Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and today we're just taking a very quick look at a beautiful piece of history. In my hand, guys, we have an 1891 gold eagle. And I do mean an old gold eagle. If you guys know how the old gold coins were labeled, you had the eagle, which was the $10 gold piece, the half eagle, which was the 5, and then everyone's heard the term double eagle. A lot of people thought that that was because of the reverse of the coin in the image, but it's not. It's actually because it's just twice of an eagle. So a $10 gold coin is considered an eagle, a $20 gold coin is considered a double eagle. Now, the beauty and history of this piece today is with this 1891 eagle, this is actually a Carson City. So this is actually a Carson City minted 1891 eagle, and it is in pretty good condition. It's actually in about XF condition. We're going to take a look at it under the scope in a second. I do have its partner here. This one is an 1882 Carson City. This is a half eagle, so it's a $5 piece instead of a $10 piece. You got the Carson City Mint mark there as well. Okay, so we looked at the coins. Now we're going to throw them under the scope so we can take a little bit closer of a look at them. This is the obverse. I consider this to be in about XF condition. You do have a little bit of circulation wear that goes around here. It kind of wears down the top of the hair there right under the coronet. And, you know, a little bit of wear on the top of here and as well as the hair going over the ear. If we look at the reverse, and this is where you can see that Carson City Mint mark as well, what you see is a slight amount of wear. We'll just kind of move this into focus here. A slight amount of wear on the top of the wings, but not completely covering the wings, and then a little bit here as well. So that's about an XF. If it were an AU, you wouldn't see this wear right here, and you would see slightly less wear going here and here as well. Taking a look at the top of the eagle's head, you know, same thing. There's a little bit of wear right above the eye and here as well. The shield has full separation. You know, there's a little bit of wear on top of the claws that are holding the arrows and the branch, but not too bad. And of course, we have our beautiful Carson City Mint mark right there, which is absolutely cool to have a Carson City gold coin. Now, the really cool thing about the Carson City gold is that, like most Carson City coins, they do have a slightly higher value than what you would have in, say, a Philadelphia minted coin. In fact, it's really interesting if you think about it, because the 1891 Philadelphia gold $10 eagle has a mintage of 91,820, and they even minted 48 proofs that year. However, the 1891 CC actually has a higher mintage of 103,732, which, you know, even though it has a higher mintage, it also has a higher value. So, you know, that's kind of an interesting take on these, is even though it's a higher mintage, it's just so much more desirable because it's a Carson City minted coin. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our 1882. This is our half eagle. Now this one is in a little bit worse wear. This one's probably around a VF. You can see the hair is worn quite a bit more, and the tip of the hat right here, if you will, is worn down. Above the eyelid is worn as well. And then right here, the ear is pretty much, you know, completing a merge with the hairline. And then on the reverse, I'm going to show you what I was talking about with that wing. So let's get this thing flipped over. You see how the wear on the wing is going more into it, and it's completely flat here over the neck, and you start to see some, you know, merging of the lines right here. That's kind of what we're looking at for this one. But we have an 1882 CC half eagle. The mintage on this one is 82,817, so it's got a slightly lower mintage than the 1891. Now, again, the beauty of these coins is that they're minted in Carson City. This one actually specifically, I posted an up-close picture of it on the community tab yesterday for members. If you're a member, you got a chance to see that. But it's just really cool to have a minted in Carson City, because the Carson City Mint wasn't around very long. It was actually only, let's see, the Carson City Mint was created in 1863 and started operation in 1870, but only ran for about 15 years. In 1885, they closed it down, and then back in 1889, they opened it up again for only 4 years, and it went till 1893. And the really cool thing about these two pieces is, so our 1882 half eagle here was actually made during the first run of the Carson City Mint before they closed it. And then the 1891 CC was made during the second very short run of the Carson City Mint for that 4 years before they closed it finally for the last time. So it's really cool to kind of have, you know, two pieces that separate, you know, when that mint was, you know, operated, the two different times that it was in operation. And the history of the Carson City Mint is actually really cool. It was actually built during the silver boom out in Nevada. They actually found what was called the Comstock lode, which was a huge, huge vein of silver. When originally discovered, the people that initially discovered it had no idea how much silver was actually there. Ended up selling their stakes off. At least most of them did, I believe. If I remember the history correctly, And, you know, they should have just kept them because, you know, a lot of them didn't do very well selling off, you know, that much of a claim on such a huge silver mine, you know, that they even built a mint near it. I mean, it's just crazy. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. A little bit of history of the Carson City Mint with a couple of Carson City gold pieces because, you know, you don't see them very often, and they're really cool to just share and show and talk about. I love them. So guys, do me a favor. If you like this video, let me know down in the description, and make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe because it really does help me out. And we will talk to you in the very next video.